Did y'all see what Ken said? Pretty much today, he kind of just info dumped everything about Lost Files 5, right? Because we obviously were all expecting, Lost Files 5 to release on Halloween. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be the case because let's see, where do we put it? Ken obviously, started off with this, right? We're like, okay, Lost Files 5, it's been, floating around for a long time. Ken usually, not even usually, he does drop every single October. It's pretty much a tradition at this point, right? He teases pumpkin emoji. All right, cool. Maybe Lost Files 5. All right, what can we see? Then boom, where do you say it? Ken Carson confirms Lost Files 5 on Halloween via this TikTok right here. Just a small reminder that Lost Files 5 drops on Halloween. Ken did repost it, right? And then Ken obviously info dumped today right here. He said, Ken Carson said he's dropping every Friday. Every Friday, lil bro, Lost Files 5. And then, yeah, he posted on IG today right here talking about Margella.mp4, which is probably the Margella snippet. Mason on Mason, that's probably that. So he has a music video for that. And then we seen Ken, remember Ken, that music video he teased in the strip club too? I don't know what song that's for, but he's got another music video for that. And then obviously, like we said, Ken says he has a music video for every single song on Lost Files 5, which is going to be very insane, bro. So this is going to be crazy. And then obviously, where do you say? Vault of Ken said Twin Finna go #1. And then he deleted this tweet, but he said DSPs. And if y'all don't know, Vault of Ken, right, Mafia? Vault of Ken's pretty, like, legit. He's, like, the source.
For, like, he talks to Ken all the time.
Yeah, Ken Related and Vault of Ken, the sources, yeah. They're legit. But, yeah, there's just, like, a lot of questions surrounding Lost Files 5. Is Ken going to, he said every Friday, lil bro. Is he just going to slowly roll out a new song off the tape every single Friday?
I feel like he should do that, like, on some
that would be hard. Like, kind
like
of
Good Fridays?
Yeah, like a Good Fridays, or even like what Cardi was doing like last year when he was just dropping single, and it just kept everybody at the edge of their seat. And then he already said, every Friday. So everybody's like, okay, this Friday, obviously he confirmed, not even Ken confirmed, but Vault of Ken did confirm that Pint of Red is going to be the first snippet, which is my Grail. Ken Related said Pint of Red this Friday. Everybody was like, yo, single? What's up? Just one single? I was low-key mad. One single, bro, are we serious? But then with Ken saying every Friday, that leaves a lot of questions and a lot of room.
Yeah.
That would be hard in my opinion.
This is a smart decision, though, because it's just being very strategic.
Every Friday? A new single every Friday?
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah, because that just adds more hype to his next project.
Exactly, right? And that will just drop a lot of hype, every Friday. That's going to get Ken's name in the media every Friday. Obviously, Pint of Red's dropping this Friday. What's next? All right, he confirmed this Margella snippet. Obviously, every song has a music video. So what could we see next week, right? Pint of Red drops this week. All right, what's next? All right, he drops Margella. All right, what's next after that? Obviously, we know he's dropping on Friday. Could he drop Boyle? Could he drop Stars? Could he drop EDM? Like, there's just so much questions and a lot of good hype that Ken can do if he does do that, like, every Friday method. Would be dope, bro. I promise you, if you don't drop Friday, I'm gonna switch to being alone. Nah, he gonna drop on Friday, bro. Like we said, Ken literally drops every October. I think he's like, what? I know 2022, he dropped Extended. 2023, he dropped AGC in October. And then last year, Ken dropped
Delusional.
Delusional was on Halloween last year. So he's 3 years strong, going on 4 years this 2025. So this is going to be really dope, bro. He also said Antagonist.mp4, maybe an Opium collab song with a music video. If he does that, he's crazy. And obviously, what's his name? Vault of Ken tweeted and deleted DSPs. So this is all going to be on Spotify, Apple Music. This is going to be crazy. If Ken does the every week route, he's going to go crazy, bro. He's going to have a chokehold for at least what? How many songs y'all think Lost Files 5 is going to be? I'd say at least like 8 to 10. 8 to 10 weeks. 8 to 10 weeks of a new Ken single. Everybody's on their feet every Friday. You don't know what the hell he's dropping, right? He could drop, like somebody said, Antagonist.mp4 has Lone, Cardi on it, maybe even Homicide and Apollo Red. Obviously, everything has a music video, right? That would be sick, bro. The word if gives me anxiety. I feel like in this case, the word if is really good though. Because obviously,
Yeah.
you know, he drops Pint of Red. What if he drops this? What if he drops this next Friday? What if he drops this next Friday? I'm predicting a Lyrical Lemonade video. That would be dope. 8 realistically till the end of the year in December, 2 months, 4 weeks a month. That would be hard, bro. I feel like that's a great way for Ken to feed the fans, right? Keeping them at the edge of their seat every Friday. Instead of just dropping, you know, something all at one time, especially for a Lost Files. This makes more sense to take that approach. Because Lost Files, obviously, you know, the previous Lost Files was like, you know, some like Grails, some like new stuff, you know, let the fans eat. Nothing really too crazy. But for Ken to put like a big emphasis on like a new song every week, I think that's a dope way to just keep the fans at the edge of their seat. Give them something, you know, to feed on. Boom, 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 boom. Next week, next week, next week, next week. He can go crazy if he wanted to, bro. I think it's all dropping on Friday and there's going to be a music video every Friday. That could be dope too. But I feel like for Lost Files, it would be just way more dope to just drop every Friday. Because like I feel like Lost Files, like it's not like an album from Ken, right? It's not something that's going to hold the fans over for like, you know, years. It's just kind of like something so quick. So instead of just giving everybody everything at once, why not like slowly, you know, feed it to them here and there and there? I feel like that makes it more like just like more bigger in it, obviously, because like Lost Files, like the previous Lost Files is something you just throw on SoundCloud and you know the fans eat, you know, it's not really too crazy. Obviously, if you know, you know. But I feel like if Ken were to do that, would be way crazier, bro. Opium is not that generous. Calm down. Yeah, I might be delusional on this one. This is what 42 said. They said Margella.mp4 Ken Carson will Ken drop Margella on Halloween. 42 said not dropping this week. Could drop soon though. So I feel like that kind of feeds in more towards that every week type thing. Or maybe he's just talking about the MP4. I don't really know, bro. I don't know. But confirmed songs on Lost Files 5 so far is going to be Margella, Mason, that snippet, and then obviously Pint of Red, which are 2 great snippets. What snippets y'all want on Lost Files 5? I'd say for me, Stars is fire. And this new song. This new song, they're calling it Knock Knock, is fire. This one's really, really fire. I'd say, yeah, Stars is one of them ones. Hard. We still pushing the Chrome Arts Lens agenda. Yes, we are. We're in 2025. We're still asking for Chrome Arts Lens. That needs to drop. Obviously, Game Over. Game Over needs to drop, bro. Game Over is one of them ones. This one is, why ain't telling the truth? This one's fire.
Yeah, this one's crazy.
Yeah, this one's fire. That one's fire. And I'd say like, yeah, like 4 to 5 like Grails. And then say if it's like 8 to 10 songs, give us like 3 brand new songs, 5 brand new songs. I think that would be a great kind of mix. Because that's what usually Lost Files is. It's kind of like small little handful of Grails and then the rest is just like all new songs. So Lost Files is going to be dope this Friday, October 31st. And they said on Friday. It's not, I don't think it's dropping on Thursday night. I'm pretty sure it's dropping like Friday. Or I guess technically if it drops on Thursday night, it would still be Halloween. So actually, I don't know. Just know like either Thursday night or Friday, Lost Files 5 will be releasing. In full, we do not know. Is it going to be released? And, you know, little pieces and, you know, hints. Hopefully, that's my play, and I think that would be the best, but we will see.